Thank you. The Minister for Health and Medical Services, Honorable Voreqe Bainimarama, the Acting High Commissioner of India to Fiji, Mr. Saifullah Khan, Honorable Ministers, Permanent Secretaries, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, Bula Vinaka, and let me start by just saying this. Thank God for the miracle of modern medicine. Tonight, of course, the first shipment of 100,000 doses of COVID-19 vaccines have arrived to Fiji from our friends in India. And much has been said about the need for an inclusive recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic. The experts have told us that rapid global access to vaccines is the key to keeping all people safe. Leaders have espoused the same. Action, however, is another thing entirely. Through Vaccine Maitri, and I understand it means friendship, Vaccine Maitri, the initiative that has delivered these vaccines, India is adding the missing piece of equity to the COVID equation. It is testament to India's respect for the science and rising role in the world. To my friend Prime Minister Narendra Modi, as well as Indian High Commission in Fiji, Vinaka Voreqe, and Dhanyavad for your commitment to humanity. Ladies and gentlemen, in a bleak year for multilateralism, you have helped put a welcome pause on the pandemic politics that have kept valuable vaccines in the world's largest and richest countries. Your leadership will not be forgotten. These vaccines have been produced by the world's largest vaccine manufacturer, the Serum Institute of India. Together with AstraZeneca, more than 600 million doses of made-in-India vaccines have been distributed to more than 70 countries. These COVID-19 vaccines are the same vaccines that Fiji procured through the COVAX facility, another initiative working hard to see our people protected. The latest data on the AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine show that it is both safe and highly effective. Fiji will accept nothing less, of course. The world's brightest minds went into creating and testing this life-saving vaccine. And as millions have gotten this shot, it's safe to say many thousands of deaths have already been prevented. As a vaccine recommended by the WHO Strategic Advisory Group of experts on immunization, it has met Fiji's high standards. And I'm proud to report today that we have successfully administered more than 6,000 doses of COVID-19 vaccines on schedule to our frontliners, as well as to the Minister and Permanent Secretary for Health and Medical Services. Like the hundreds of millions of others who have been vaccinated, some experienced mild symptoms. These were expected and they have passed without incident. And as Dr. Fong, the Permanent Secretary, will tell you, this is evidence that the body's immune system is working, adjusting to fight off the virus. But all of this is very new. So it's natural for you to have questions. When you're caring about your health and the health of your family, I would expect nothing less. And we want you to have the answers you need. That's why we've set up a dedicated helpline at number 158, as well as an online frequently asked question resource which you can find on the Ministry of Health and Medical Services website and Facebook page. Our number one priority is keeping Fijians healthy. And that's been our same mission since day one. This next batch of doses will go immediately towards protecting the remainder of our frontliners, our doctors, our nurses, quarantine and hotel workers, and of course our members of our disciplined forces. It will also kickstart the second phase of our vaccine rollout, which will include the more vulnerable segments of our population. I have already registered to receive my COVID-19 vaccine. As we begin the next phase of the rollout, I plan to be among those vaccinated in the doses from this shipment. But as we focus first on our most vulnerable citizens, I've signed up to wait my turn just like everybody else. Knowing that this will save lives and restart our economy, I look forward to the day that me and my family are able to get the jab. Thank you to the thousands of Fijians who have already registered to be vaccinated. It's important everyone 18 and older to do so, and that is because these vaccines require 2 doses. That means we need to get the timing right. When you register and receive your first dose, the Minister of Health knows who you are and how to contact you to get dose number 2. We just wrapped up a wonderful weekend in Fiji. Our people have gathered together under the beautiful banners of the Holy Festival and, of course, the Palm Sunday. And that is our reward for becoming a COVID-contained country. We can be together without risking lives. But that blessing can become a curse if we let it sour into complacency. We may not face the same urgent health crisis seen in other countries, but there is deadly threat just beyond our borders. By the grace of God and by never straying from tried and proven medical best practices, Fiji has been spared from this suffering. But we are not immune, not yet. Nor can we accept the harsh economic terms of our current situation forever. Too many families are counting on the return of the industries they've dedicated their careers to building. So we must protect ourselves alongside the rest of the world. These vaccines are part of the greatest achievement in modern medicine. Every dose represents months of research, development, and trials. And every dose is the end result of a massive supply chain that stretches around the world. All that is required of us is a few minutes of our time, a few minutes to protect ourselves and to safeguard our loved ones, a few minutes to set Fiji on the road to recovery, a few minutes to reconnect families and friends and separated by closed borders, a few minutes to help bring life fully back to what it was. For me, that choice is a no-brainer. That is why I'm getting vaccinated. I will be doing it for the tourism workers who want to be back in jobs they love. I will be doing it for the doctors and nurses who have spent weeks away from their families in quarantine centers, treating all patients and ill patients. And I will be doing it because it is what we all must do to defeat this pandemic once and for all. And here in the Pacific, we've seen firsthand the consequences of turning away from proven science and rejecting vaccines that have been proven to save lives. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't need to remind us what happened in our region just 2 years ago, where because of low vaccination rates and lies and misinformation that was shamefully spread, thousands contracted measles and dozens died. The potential for that nightmare to occur in Fiji with COVID keeps me up at night. So I cannot stress enough the need for us to protect ourselves with vaccines. But today we have a reason to be optimistic because today we are one giant step closer to seeing a post-pandemic Fiji. So thank you again to the Indian government and the people of India. We have another shipment of 90,000 doses headed to Fiji in the coming weeks, and we look forward to working with our development partners on a bilateral basis to secure the many more shipments of safe and effective COVID-19 vaccines. Particularly, we'll be looking to those nations that have a surplus of vaccines and which we have the production rights and capacity to produce these medical marvels. My friends in Fiji, India, and around the world, hope is on the horizon. Only together can we truly get our lives back by winning the war against the virus. Fiji has allowed and followed the best available medical advice from day one of this pandemic. Tonight, we take another step in line with the science and in solidarity with the world as we play our part to build humanity's immunity to COVID-19. I look forward to thanking Prime Minister Modi in person once life starts looking a bit more normal than it does today. And I think we are overdue for another selfie. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much.